for 3
Okay,
hours.
you are currently under the confinement protocols of this company and the vessel. Okay, so the reason why we brought you here is because we're trying to be nice, we're trying to be friendly.
For what is the reason?
Let me say something. They said that I was going to jump off the ship, but they refused to provide me.
Yeah, they have body cams, but will refuse to provide.
I had to see it.
A Royal Caribbean cruise guest claims that she was unjustly held hostage by the cruise ship. Why? Well, let's discuss. Hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Delania, and today we're talking about a young couple that went on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. They spent thousands of dollars to go on this cruise. Their story is basically that they went down to complain about what was going on with their safe in their room. They had items missing. They say allegedly that this was happening with other cabins on their floor as well. So they went down there to complain. Basically, whoever the employee was that they were dealing with on Royal Caribbean, they heard her say that she wanted to jump off of the ship or jump off the boat. And this is something that the cruise line takes very serious. They do have a strict protocol of confinement. If they ever hear anything like this, we don't know what actually really happened, but the couple has taken to social media.
I'm back again.
Yes, how are you?
Hello.
Did you collect what you wanted?
No. So
One second, I would like to talk to yourself.
Well, actually, she's the best one to talk to.
I'm talking to you. Not
I've
to
been
you.
in the room for 3 hours.
Okay, you are currently under the confinement protocols of this company and the vessel. Okay, so the reason why we brought you here is because we're trying to be nice, we're trying to be friendly, and we want you to be comfortable, right? So we've allowed you to come here and pick a set of clothing for you to bring down to the
But why are
confinement.
y'all detaining me?
Okay,
Why?
you have, that's been
what we
explained
said.
already.
And I want you to re-explain it
I'm
without
not going
on
to explain
camera.
it again. It's already been explained.
No, I have a lawyer that's already told me.
That's fine.
But we have no proof that it was said.
Yeah,
I
without
would
proof,
like you.
But
no,
her
no.
body camera was on.
without proof,
And I
she
would-
cannot be
Please do me a
detained.
favor and step back inside. I'm not here to talk to you.
For starters, day one. So we have a do not disturb sign on the door. We already tell housekeeping, do not enter. So we just got into the room. It's been about 10-15 minutes. We hear the captain speaking on the intercom. Lizzie steps outside, listens to the intercom to see what they are saying. Then she is approached by housekeeping, and she has stated that the room that she is in, or cabin, does not belong to her. We are undressed. We are in our undergarments. We just got to our room. He states that she needs to go to guest customer service. She states that she will go to guest customer service to sort the situation out, but let her put on clothes first. He then insists that she does not change clothes, nor does she enter back into the cabin, that she, in her undergarments, goes to the front lobby. I then overhear the conversation, and I bring out our paperwork stating that this is our cabin. Day two is selling. Day two is selling. We get up, we go to breakfast, swim, lay out, do what you do. Later that evening, we had noticed that money and other items were missing out of our cabin. Intimate items at that. Taken. I'll make a big deal. We did write up a extra do not disturb sign. We then spoke to housekeeping and told him once again, please do not enter. We passed staff and told them our room number and said, please make sure staff does not enter.
And this is basically just their side of the story. We don't know Royal Caribbean side of the story because we weren't there. There's no video and we don't know exactly what was said. But if she even said it jokingly to her girlfriend because she was frustrated, if any crew members actually hear this, this is a big problem and you will be confined to your room. This is a very serious thing and they don't take that lightly.
To you that may or may not know me, my name is Elizabeth Moss. I've currently been illegally detained by Royal Caribbean for the last 48 hours. I'm a computer science major and a manager of a finance company. I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday, noticed that my entire safe had been robbed, stolen, whatever you want to call it. I addressed that to the head of security as well as guest services. They thought that it would be appropriate to separate me and my girlfriend and accuse us of making false allegations. They then detained me, stating that I said that I wanted to jump overboard. I've never been. They then brought me down to the medical facility where I had a psychiatric evaluation, and they falsified all my past medical records.
But it was proven on body cam that it was not in fact said.
It has been proven that it's not in fact said, but lawyers and stuff like that have not been able to obtain the videos. We are working with the FBI to make sure that all of this gets taken care of the correct way.
Because we are not ghetto hooligans. You guys don't know the full story. We were not doing anything illegal. We were not guilty of anything. We actually went to them guys for help. Then they wanted to flip the entire situation of all of our complaints because multiple guest cabins had been robbed. So
I was left in the room for 48 hours. I was given 2 changes of clothing. I was monitored 24/7. I had every privilege taken away from me. They didn't allow me any kind of visitation. I got lucky the second day, made a friend with the security guard who allowed me to use the cell phone to get in contact with my girlfriend. They made me have another psychic evaluation that was scheduled for 7 o'clock this morning, and if it would not have been for the patrol at the terminal, they would have strapped me down to a gurney for no reason off of alleged comments and took me to a mental facility. Again, I am a computer science major with a 4.0 at Jackson State University.
Been to the White House
and I'm an HBCU scholar. I received that at Hines Community College, where I got my associate's degree first. I am now a finance manager. I do not drink, and unfortunately, I do not consume drugs, especially at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm going to talk to security about issues being stolen from my room. I'm sorry that y'all have false narratives over black people, but I'm an upstanding citizen, and I was mistreated in every single way. I had my human rights taken away from me. I had HIPAA laws broken. They took illegal copies of my passport and my ID that I did not provide them. They got that access from my girlfriend, who has no right to give them that. They told her that would be the only way that they would let me free, and still did not do so. They tried to pull my past medical records, but again, if it would not have been for the patrol at the terminal, they would have continued to do more illegal actions. So I'm sorry that my color offends y'all and makes y'all think that I act any way out of my character other than what I do, but I did not deserve to be treated inhumane.
Right. When you guys do not know the full story, you only know the story where I posted, where we were being intruded in, and assume, obviously, you all assume first instant, oh, they're doing something wrong, and that is why security is trying to detain them. Incorrect. We went to security. We asked specifically for security, head of security, director, any highest that we could get. After not being taken seriously, then the situation escalated. That was after 7 hours of dealing with the same situation, and after 2 days previously of having housekeeping coming in.
That has all been recorded.
That has all been documented, and stealing feminine items as undergarments and such as.
He wants to smoke.
Why is she being
Okay, if you are not
held
accommodating
hostage?
this request now.
Well, no,
they
I'm
already-
asking
Yes.
why is she being...
See, you have been already told about it by my chief security officer.
For what is the reason?
Let me
Yes.
say something. They said that I was going to jump off the ship, but they refused to provide me.
Yeah, they have body cams,
camera
but will
footage.
refuse to
I don't
provide.
have to see it. I know.
She never said that.
If you're going to make a big deal, I will take her back to the state.
But I did want that on record because
Okay.
I've requested multiple times.
Yes.
No.
What I think happened is something must have been said. I don't see Royal Caribbean just confining her and keeping her and holding her for her own safety and the safety of everyone on board if nothing was said. Now, this doesn't mean I don't believe the girls. I actually don't think that she was going to do anything like that, but did she say it? She could have maybe said something or maybe implied that she was going to do something like this. We don't know. That's the thing. If Royal actually has their own evidence, they don't need to release it or anything like that. They can do whatever they want. And you know what? It's their vessel and the captain has the final say. He is actually the boss of the ship. And if he says, look, we can't risk it, we're going to have to put you in a room separate from everyone else just for your own good. Sorry, this is our protocol. This is how it's done.
Passenger on board a Royal Caribbean ship is resisting being detained, probably being brought down to the brig, which is the ship's jail. It appears as though Royal Caribbean security personnel are trying to de-escalate the situation, but this passenger is resisting. She thinks that she has the same rights on the ship that she would in terms of an arrest on land. But bear in mind, folks, that the security guards are not law enforcement. This is a private contractual relationship between a passenger and the cruise line, and the contract says, Section D, Section 9, Section E, that they have the right to detain a passenger at any time for whatever reason they feel if that passenger is subjecting themselves, others, crew, or the vessel to some kind of harm, or simply not following the rules and regulations of the cruise line. It's a pretty broad standard. Now, what generally happens is if they're detained at the next port, law enforcement is called and they're usually taken off the ship. But they really don't have any sort of criminal right that you would have in the U.S. on a shoreside issue with law enforcement while they're at sea. You've got international maritime law. You have the law of the flag state of the ship. Now, if it turns out that this wasn't a completely arbitrary detainment, that there was no reason at all, she may have a civil lawsuit against Royal Caribbean, but they've got to have virtually no reason for having detained her. You all let me know what you think. My name's Spencer Ehrenfeld. I'm a lawyer who sues cruise lines like Royal Caribbean for a living.
So there you have it. Those laws are different. And like he said, they have a very broad statement when it comes to this. So for this one, I can't even choose a side. So it's the same thing as some things you cannot say on an airplane. Well, you can't say certain things on a cruise ship either, okay? And one of these things is, you know, saying, even if you say it jokingly, that you're going to jump off of the ship or you're going to go overboard. If you say anything like that, it's going to be taken serious and you're going to be detained by them and confined, because it's like your own cruise cabin, away from anyone. They did escort her to smoke when she needed to, but you know, that's about it. I just want to know what you think about this one. Who do you believe? Because it's insane to me that they would keep somebody confined to a room if nothing actually happened. What I think, in my opinion, the girls are trying to imply that because they complained about a theft and other people complained about a theft allegedly, because we don't know. I think they're trying to imply that maybe they changed the subject and were like, oh, what did you say? Let's put you away now. So I really don't know. And for the life of me, I can't find what ship they were on. There's no like information on what ship they were on. Their story is kind of like, you know, convoluted, but that's what I gather so far, and who knows how this is going to turn out. We don't know if they're going to pursue any legal action. She was saying that she was talking to a lawyer, so I have no idea. And then again, we were not there. We don't know if there's any actual evidence that Royal has that she said any of this, or who the witnesses are, or anything like that. So anyway, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.